Hello and welcome to Music Rewind, a podcast where we look to tell the stories behind our favorite albums. I'm your host, Steve Epley, and in each episode, we invite a guest on to tell us about their favorite music album, how they discovered it, and what makes it special to them. Today, Music Rewind is bringing you a special bonus episode, Music Through the Generations, Part 1. Show regular Alan Ziegler went out into the field to ask people of all ages 5 simple questions, and the answers are fascinating. What type of music is your favorite right now? What genre was your favorite as a kid? What type of music did your parents listen to? Where do you listen to music the most? And finally, what is classic rock to you? I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode, and there will be more to come down the road. Please let me know what your answers would be. I'd love to hear them. And now, on with Music Through the Generations.
I'm here with...
Carol Joy,
And you are how old?
78,
And where do you live?
East Peoria, Illinois.
Okay. All right, let's start 5 questions. Question 1, what type or genre of music is your favorite right now?
Music that is soothing.
Is that like a station or just a feeling, or how does that work?
It is a station, and I listen to that on the radio. I also listen to on cable. There is a channel on cable that has relaxing music to relax you. I like to listen to that too.
So it's kind of like ambient sound, like waves crashing and things like that, or is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. That too, yes.
Whale noises, things like that, or what?
Yeah,
Like crackling fire? It sounds, though. It's not necessarily certain types of music. It's not songs per se, like
No,
with lyrics.
it's more instrumental.
Sounds and okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
I like to listen to instrumentals.
Okay. Question 2: what type or genre of music was your favorite as a kid?
Mickey Mouse Club, the kids on Mickey, the songs they sang on Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. So just like kids type songs. What about when you were a little bit older? Did you?
Well, as a teenager, I liked Elvis, of course, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Question 3 is, what type of music do you remember your parents listening to?
My mother liked big band music, like Glenn Miller band and Les Brown, and my dad liked country. But I don't remember a specific singer back at that time, but I know on the car radio, he would have country on.
That'd be like 50s car country? 50s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Question 4 is, where do you find yourself listening to music the most? This is like a place.
In the kitchen at
In
home.
the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Last question, question 5. What is classic rock to you?
I like classic rock. It's kind of upbeat a little bit, yet it's relaxing, it's soothing, and it's a little upbeat.
Like what artists or what era or years or something do you think is classic rock to you?
This era?
This era?
Not well. I don't know. It's
Classic rock? Is this era? You sure about that?
no.
What about
Let's go back.
What about Elvis? Is that classic rock?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think
What
so.
would you classify that as?
Ballads.
Oldies?
Oldies, ballads. He sang a lot of ballads.
So you can't think of any specific artist that you would classify as classic rock?
Not right now. No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
All right. That's 5 questions. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me.
What's your name?
Dominique Brown. Go by Dom.
How old are you?
Oh, wow. 39. I'll be 40 next month.
And where do you live?
I live in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta specifically, originally from Augusta.
Okay, now for the 5 questions. What is your favorite type of music right now?
I'd say right now my favorite type of music. I'm kind of falling in love back. I'm falling in love with hip hop again. I'm liking what I'm seeing from some of these younger artists, and some of the older artists have kind of given us like, this past year, 2023, gave us some really good displays of music and some. I think too, with a lot of the live shows I've seen here over the past year, it's kind of helped refuel, reignite my love for hip hop as well. Because I've went to a couple of shows. I just recently went to the Ti concert with the Atlanta Symphony, and it was an amazing experience. So it's kind of I'm kind of falling back in love with hip hop again.
What was your favorite type of music as a kid?
Favorite type of kid, I would say honestly, really was more R&B than it was hip hop, and then some alternative as well. I guess when you start getting around that fifth, sixth grade, kind of middle school age, got into some alternative and some pop and a little bit of rock as well. But yeah, I would say for the most part, it's probably been hip hop for the most part.
What kind of music do you remember your parents listening to?
70s, 60s, well, I don't know, 60s really. 70s, definitely 70s and 80s era music, R&B, disco, the whole nine. Commodores was one of my dad's favorite ground bands. Nice. Gap Band as well, Confunction, which I actually was fortunate enough to get tickets for my parents to go see them this past summer. So they went to a concert for my dad's birthday, and
very cool.
Check that out. So yeah, absolutely, definitely them growing up on Saturday mornings in a black household. You knew it was time to clean up when you would hear the 70s music come on, and that's your cue. All right, time to get up, start cleaning up.
Where do you find yourself listening to music the most? Like home, car, office?
Definitely car for the most part. Anytime you jump in a car, you got to turn on something. Especially for me with like the streaming apps, Apple Music, and I have Sirius as well, so I use that there too, especially when I'm traveling. So definitely mostly in the car.
And finally, what is classic rock to you?
Classic rock to me is like, when I think of classic rock, I think of artists. I think of Van Halen. I think of even Meatloaf kind of classifies as a classic soft rock. Yeah. I think Meatloaf fits the billing as well. So I think when you think of soft rock, like classic rock, that's what I think of, like artists like Meatloaf. I think of Van Halen, the 70s and 80s era rock artists. Even you can get into some 90s. I think now we'll probably really classify as classic rock just because of the type of music that it was and the setting that it kind of fit into. I mean, even right now, I would say Nirvana would probably be considered classic rock, alternative, maybe. I don't know. It kind of could, because technically for something to be considered a classic, it has to be 20 years older.
20 years is your threshold for that?
Well, technically, if you think about it in the automobile industry, that's what they do for cars.
True.
Cars 20 years removed, so that technically should be it. But I don't think so for music. I think music, the era is a little bit longer. I'd say probably music maybe every 30, 40 years cycles is probably appropriate. Yeah, I think 30 or 40 year cycles is probably appropriate.
All right, that's the 5.
Cool.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
That's good.
What is your name?
My name is Ross.
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
70 big ones.
All right. Now these are the real questions. Are you ready?
All right.
What is your favorite music today?
My favorite music today is just the same as it was all my life, all kinds.
All right.
Rock, easy listening, everything from Barry Manilow to Rolling Stone.
And that's the thing. Well, that answers that. What was your favorite music as a kid?
The Beatles, the England bands, a lot of the American bands.
This one will be interesting. What do you remember your parents listening to when you were a kid?
You know, they didn't listen to too much. They had music from the 40s. You know, so my mom, the music that she listened to was some religious music. In fact, one of those songs that I saved was Frankie Lane singing I believe for every drop of rain falls.
I don't know that one.
You never heard that one?
I don't know that.
And of course, her absolute favorite, Tom Jones.
Yep.
What's New Pussycat?
Where do you listen to music the most? Like the home, office, car?
Usually at the office. I play.
Just maxing out the space on your computer?
No, I don't do that anymore. I used to have that all on my computer, but now I just listen to what do you call them? Pandora.
And then the last one. What is classic rock to you? Bands, decade, style.
A lot of it is anywhere it started out with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Eagles, all the way up to there's just so much that you hear. Show Walsh. Show Walsh is one of my favorites.
I know.
From the James Gang
Yep.
to the Eagles.
Yep. All right. That's it. Thanks, Dad. What is your name?
Art,
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
37.
All right. Now here's the real questions. What is your favorite music today?
Oh,
There's
hard
no,
to say.
there's no wrong answer on this
I know,
one.
but what's my favorite? I jump between metal, EDM, and like pop punk. So,
Okay. What was your favorite music as a kid?
pop punk.
Good. And pop punk's that like what? Good shit. Blink. Okay.
We'll say Blink-182, and then maybe some NFG or something like that.
Okay. What do you remember your parents listening to as a kid?
Like Led Zeppelin or Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do you listen to? Where do you listen to your music the most?
In my car,
Okay.
just driving, or in my kitchen, or if I'm drinking by myself, I turn the radio on.
What is classic rock to you?
Classic rock, I'd say 70s rock. Yeah, Led Zeppelin or Leonard Skinner.
All right. That's it. What is your name?
Lori,
Where are you from?
Spring Valley,
How old are you? You don't have to say it if you don't.
62,
Okay. What is your favorite music today?
country,
What was your favorite music as a kid?
country and pop.
Or like country and western? You have
No,
the two.
no, it was not.
That's what I
No,
thought.
Country
That's
and
what I
west,
thought
no.
you was gonna say.
Nope.
What do you remember your parents listening to?
Hank Williams Jr., country, Patsy Cline,
Okay. Where do you listen to music the most?
probably at home in the kitchen.
What is classic rock to you?
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, The Doors.
All right. That's it. These are easy.
Wooden ships on the water, very
What is your name?
Justin Borowski,
Where are you from?
Delzell, Illinois.
How old are you?
39.
What is your favorite music today?
Favorite music today? Honestly, been listening to a lot of Springsteen. But we got modern music or just like music? in
Whatever
general?
you listen to today. I'm gonna guess. That's what the-
Obviously, The Who.
Yeah.
I've been really big in Springsteen lately since we went to the concert.
Okay. What was your favorite music as a kid?
Pearl Jam. Because I was brainwashed into it by you.
Fair. What do you remember our parents listening to?
The Traveling Wilburys every Saturday with Dad when we go bumming. That's one thing for sure I remember. The Wheelbarrow Twist, doing the Wheelbarrow
Oh,
Twist in the
God.
car, the station wagon.
All right. Where do you listen to music the most? Home, work.
Working in my car.
What is classic rock to you? Bands, decades, etc.
Late 60s and early 70s. That's classic rock to me. I mean, nowadays, classic rock is 80s and 90s, but, to me, it's always going to be The Who and Zeppelin and the Beatles and the Stones.
All right. That's it. My dad was a lot longer. Dad.
Well, Dad's a talker.
What is your name?
Ray Ferrari,
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
42.
What is your favorite music today?
My favorite music today is 90s music.
What is your favorite music as a kid?
Probably alternative and rap.
Okay. What do you remember your parents listening to when you were a kid?
I remember my mom was in the country.
Where do you listen to music the most?
Probably at home on
either Sirius radio at home or Amazon Music at home.
And then, what is classic rock to you?
Classic rock to me would be probably 60s and 70s bands such as the Rolling Stones, The Doors, Led Zeppelin, Eagles, AC/DC, Aerosmith.
That's it.
Don't do me.
Yeah, this guy do it first.
What is your name?
Jamie.
Where are you from?
DPU.
How old are you?
37.
Okay. What is your favorite music today?
Reggae.
What was your favorite music as a kid?
Kid. Rock.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you remember your parents listening to when you were a kid?
Oh, Kiss and all of them. I like rock and roll.
Okay. Where do you listen to music the most now?
At work.
At work. Okay. What is classic rock to you?
Classic rock. AC/DC and all that.
That's so funny. Mine, nieces and nephew, both of them said ACD. What is your name? Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
12.
Okay. What is your favorite music today?
Rap.
Okay. What kind of rap?
Yeet.
Yeet?
Uh-huh.
Just yeet?
Yeah.
Not like Yeezy?
No.
Okay. Okay. What was your favorite music as a kid, even though you're still a kid?
Rocky.
You're next, so
Probably, Christmas music.
Christmas music? Okay, that's fine. What do you remember your parents listening to?
Country.
Okay. Where do you listen to music at when you're listening to it?
On my AirPods.
On your AirPods? Okay, what is classic rock to you?
In school.
What's
rock
that?
Music.
And who's that? What kind of bands?
AC/DC.
AC/DC? Okay.
I don't know who else.
You don't know who else? The stuff who listens to classic rock? That you know, that you listen to it.
You, Uncle Michael.
Uncle Mike. What's your name? How old are you?
I'm 11. Just turned 11.
Just turned 11.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite music today?
Anything Kelly Clarkson.
Anything Kelly Clarkson?
I love
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson.
What was your favorite music as a kid? Before you're a kid still.
Probably the Sophia the First soundtrack.
Okay. What do you remember your parents listening to? Like what was some rock
I
bands?
remember my mom listening to. She liked Dina Menzel. What's that lady's name? Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston? Okay.
Yeah, and my dad liked. No.
Where do you listen to music the most?
Probably in my kitchen making Christmas cookies, or my AirPods, or my bed.
What is classic rock to you?
It's like hardcore rock music. I don't know.
What's
Hard
that's
metal.
classic rock? Hard metal?
No, hard metal is too hard. Classic rock is like a funky rock.
It's like a funky rock?
Funky rock. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Okay. What is your name?
Lindsay Ferrari,
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
41.
What is your favorite music today?
Country.
What was your favorite music as a kid?
Pop.
What do you remember your parents listening to?
The
I.e.
Beatles.
our parents.
The Beatles.
Where do you listen?
Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
Where do you listen to music the most?
My car.
What is classic rock to you?
East.
Where are you from?
My home.
Your home? Okay. And how old are you?
4.
4? Okay. What is your favorite music that you listen to today?
Miley.
Miley Cyrus? Okay. Not Lady Gaga?
It is.
Okay. What is your favorite music as a kid?
Miley.
Miley? Okay. Where do you listen to what does your parents listen to? What does mom and dad listen to?
I can't tell.
What was that?
I can't tell.
You can't tell?
No,
Oh, Encanto? That you listen to Encanto? Okay. Where do you listen to your music at?
My bedroom.
In your bedroom? Okay.
Oh yeah.
And this will be the best question, the best one. What's classic rock to you?
My class.
Your class? Okay.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls.
What is your name?
Elise.
Where are you from?
Dozel.
How old are you?
38.
What is your favorite music today?
Rock.
What was your favorite music as a kid?
Sadly, probably boy bands and sing.
You might been hurt, babe.
What do you remember your parents listening to?
Oh, my mom loved the Beatles and the Beach Boys. My dad's favorite band is The Who. And that's what I remember listening to the most all the time.
Where do you listen to music the most?
At the house with Lily, our daughter.
Well, your daughter, my brother, not our daughter.
I said, oh, sorry, my bad.
Mostly because we're
Sorry,
it's
I'm
only the
thinking-
two of us in
I'm
the
thinking
conversation.
Justin. I'm thinking.
Sorry, my niece. What is classic rock to you? Like,
Okay, that would be like Rolling Stone. Oh gosh, I'm like trying to like Rolling Stones would be like
Okay.
the first thing like that comes right.
all right.
What is your name?
Michelle Epley,
And how old are you?
40 years old.
Where are you from?
Originally Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I currently live in Marietta, Georgia.
All right. And now the 5 questions. What is your favorite type of music right now?
Right now, I'd say late 80s, early 90s, punk rock.
Take away this ball and chain.
Okay. What was your favorite type of music as a kid?
Oh, and folk music is actually something I've been listening a lot to. As
You got like what kind of artists on that? No, nothing specific.
No.
Okay.
And then when I was a kid, I'd say some pop music, but not much. But definitely a lot of Beatles. And due to my dad, a lot of 50s and 60s music.
Which leads into the next question. What kind of music do you remember your parents listening to?
We used to listen to the oldies station a lot. But when we didn't listen to that, it'd be like Neil Diamond and artists like that.
Where do you find yourself listening to music the most? House or car or wherever?
Shower.
Nice. And finally, what does classic rock mean to you?
Timeless. So to me, classic rock is music that is timeless and survives through the ages.
Any specific bands or decades or anything like that come to mind?
I would say like the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, even honestly, while it might not be considered like Dave Matthews at this point, things that are from our earlier generations that is now considered almost quote unquote oldies, things that really do last the test of time.
Okay, that's it. That's the 5.
Great.
This is the Jewish mom right here. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. What is your name?
Patricia Borowski.
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, Illinois.
How old are you?
28.
28 years young. I am 43, so the math checks out.
67.
What is your favorite music today?
I vary from country to rap to
Drake. More Drake. No, this is how it goes.
nervous now. I don't like new country though. I like the country from like Keith Urban and that age country.
What the type of music did you listen to as a kid? That probably just
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Monkeys.
The Monkeys. Yeah, I have that vinyl.
Monkeys.
I know that's yours.
Yeah.
What did your parents listen to as a kid?
My dad listened to polka downstairs with an old Zenith radio thing. And my mother loved Sinatra, Dean Martin, and my mother saw Frank Sinatra when he was 19 years old.
Dang, 19.
It doesn't move me at all.
Where do you listen to your music the most?
In the house and in my car.
I was gonna where in the house?
In the kitchen.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's only one.
Alexa.
All right. What is classic rock to you?
Classic rock to me.
Band, decade.
Would be like Elvis Presley and Bo Diddley and actually the Beatles are classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beatles are classic. I'm not gonna
More
deny
like
that.
Okay, this is a big one.
Okay.
It's the wife. What is your name?
Marissa Bland Borowski.
Where are you from?
Spring Valley, but I live in Chicago, Illinois.
How old are you?
33. I had to think about it.
New kid brain. Where it's
Yes.
from. What is your favorite music today?
Today, in terms of artists or type?
Anything.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Artist, I would say Lady Gaga. For sure. Type. It's probably classic rock now. Grunge. Pop.
Okay. What was your favorite music as a kid?
Aerosmith, hands down. Michael Jackson, hands down. Obsessed with, seen Aerosmith 7 times, big fan. I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. And the Jackson 5s, all of them.
It's funny because my mom said the same thing.
Did she? That's
Uh-huh.
funny.
Mm-hmm. What do you remember your parents listening to as a kid?
What would be now classic rock?
Yeah.
My grandma lived in Malden. We would drive there and would on the way listen to like the Eagles. Who sings Cat Scratch Fever?
Ted Nugent.
Oh, yikes. Ted Nugent. Anything that was on like 100 point, whatever.
Classic rock
Yeah,
station.
classic rock station.
WBZG.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Where do you listen to music the most?
The car or my house because of you.
When I'm making dinner?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What is classic rock to you?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what is it? Like, bands, decade, style?
Bands, I would say like Aerosmith, the Eagles. It's like a lighter rock, but I think like Pearl Jam's listed under classic rock now. So
Yeah,
that's
they are.
nonsensical. Anyway.
What are you talking about? You're only 2 years old when they came out. All right. That's it.
Can you fix it?
What is your name?
Bree Dunkley,
What is your age?
9,
And where are you from?
in Atlanta, Georgia.
What is your favorite music right now?
Like type of music.
Yeah, what is your favorite type of music that you listen to right now?
I'd say techno and like Beatles.
Techno and the Beatles?
I like Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, good too.
And I also like One More Time.
So, kind of a loaded question here, but what was your favorite type of music as a kid?
As a kid, so I am a kid. So techno again. But I do like listening. But sometimes I do like listening to songs like Dance Monkey and Bad Guy.
Okay. What kind of music do your parents listen to?
My dad listens to rock. My mom Well, she usually listens to the radio, Disney.
Disney radio?
Yeah, I think it's just Disney radio. But she does like the Beatles band.
Where do you listen to music the most?
The most.
Like what location? I mean, at home or wherever?
Usually at home. I never really listen to music. I listen to music in a car and stuff when I'm like listening to like Spam a lot or like stuff on the radio with my dad.
What's Spam-A-Lot?
It's basically the musical version of Camelot.
Okay. What is classic rock to you?
To me, classic rock is just like picking up a guitar and just like strumming the strings. The drummer, and then you have like the singer, and then you just like sing like thunder or something.
Thunder? Do you have any other songs or maybe artists that you think of when classic rock comes to mind?
Do you include bands in that?
Yes.
Okay, Pink Floyd, maybe.
Very good, yeah.
That band, like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. Sure.
Beatles. No, Beatles is like, I don't think Michael Jackson would count. He does like pop.
Yeah, he's the king of pop.
Yeah.
Those are good answers. Those are good
I
answers.
didn't really know any others.
Anything you want to say to the people out there? Like, go see your show?
Keep enjoying music. And I'm also in the National Tour of Peter Pan. So, if you want to see me, I guess, if you're in Minnesota, you can. No, Minnesota is basically it. Our last two shows are today. But in a month and a half, we'll be going to Baltimore. And you can buy tickets to that. So.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine.
I'd like to thank you for listening to Music Rewind, a podcast from the Sidereal Media Group. If you enjoyed today's episode, there are many ways to help the show, such as our Patreon or affiliate links in the show notes. The easiest way, though, is to give the show a rating or comment wherever you listen. We really do appreciate it. Thank you again, and as I always say, listen to the full album. Until next time.
A podcast from the Sidereal Media Group. Back to you, anchors.